Earlier this year, we took a look back at the Q series of TVs from OnePlus, and our verdict on them was great quality panels but a tad pricey. Well, OnePlus is looking to rectify that last part with their new U series of TVs. Hey guys, Omar here from C4E Tech, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the new, more affordable U series of TVs from OnePlus. So if you do end up finding this video useful, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get started. Now OnePlus is going to be launching 3 differently sized TVs in their new U series. The one we have in the studios right now being the biggest of the lot. It's a 55-inch 4K LED panel, and OnePlus has ported over many of the premium features that had debuted with the Q series. So we have OnePlus's own proprietary Gamma engine in here, powering features like super resolution and noise reduction. We also get dedicated MEMC hardware that can increase the smoothness of video footage through frame interpolation. OnePlus is calling this ultra smooth motion, and it's set to medium by default. Personally, I prefer turning it off for movies or TV shows, but it does look good when watching sports. Now coming to the actual quality of the panel itself, we have bright, rich colors and amazing contrast. This panel is certified for HLG, HDR10, 10+, and Dolby Vision as well. It's nice to see that OnePlus didn't skimp on licensing fees for HDR standards, even on their U series of TVs. Now, as far as the color accuracy goes, we have 94% coverage of the DCI-P3 color gamut. In fact, going into the settings of the TV, we can even change the color space to what we want. That can be a bit tricky though. It's hidden under video format options. There are a lot of customization options in the display settings. Everything from the regular picture mode and individual controls on backlight brightness, contrast and all that, to advanced features like adaptive contrast, global dimming and noise reduction. Okay, so the 4K panel here, it's good. But that's only one part of the TV watching experience. What about the sound? OnePlus has crammed in 4 speakers here with a total sound output of 30 watts. 2 of them being full-range speakers, while the remaining 2 are downward-firing tweeters. This setup can deliver a lot of volume. The bass is great too. Sitting close to the TV, you can really feel the thump of the beats. My only complaint here is that at high volume levels, the sound cracks at times. That and the high ends tend to be a bit muddy. I found that switching the sound mode to clarity does help with this a bit. We also have Dolby Atmos as well as DTS HD support, and while watching a movie on Netflix, I had no problems making out the dialogues. We can even use the OnePlus TV U as a Bluetooth speaker through the Bluetooth Stereo app. It works great, and as mentioned earlier, they can get loud enough to fill a small room. So overall, I think the OnePlus TV U 55-inch should be great for content consumption. And there are a lot of options for that, with all major streaming platforms including Netflix, Amazon Prime Video and Hotstar being supported on it. And yes, we also get the redesigned new remote with this TV. It keeps the minimal look of the first generation remote, but adds a more traditional volume rocker as well as dedicated Netflix and Amazon Prime Video buttons into the mix. Functionality wise, everything is the same, including the Google Assistant button and an inbuilt mic. But I do miss the more premium metal build of the previous remote. This one feels light and plasticky in comparison. Now, of course, like last time, we can also control the OnePlus TV through the Oneplus Connect App. It works great. We can use our phones as a trackpad to navigate around the TV, and we even have App Quick Switch working perfectly out of the box. Of course, my favorite feature here is Smart Volume Control, which automatically lowers the TV volume when we get a call on the connected phone. It's such a great feature that I feel all smart TV manufacturers should implement this. Other than that, we also have Movie Carousel and local streaming options. Oxygen OS for Android TV hasn't changed much since the last time we saw it. Although Oxygen Play now includes a lot more content, including a major streaming service. Yep, we now have Prime Video on here, and there's a dedicated page for that. As we have mentioned before though, this is an online-only content aggregation service, so local TV programs won't show up here. So even though the look and feel of the UI is similar to Patchwall, the functionality isn't quite there yet. Speaking about look and feel, the OnePlus TV U 55-inch is running on Android TV 9, and in my time with the TV, it felt really fast and smooth. There were no lags even while switching between apps, and I was even able to connect a Bluetooth controller to the TV in order to play a few games. We can of course download apps from the Google Play Store. There's 16 GB of inbuilt storage here along with 2 GB of RAM. Heck, we even installed an emulator to play a couple of older titles, and the OnePlus TV worked great with them. The best part in all of this is we have an inbuilt file manager, which meant side-loading apps or playing videos from external storage was an absolute breeze. So, where are the ports on this TV? Well, OnePlus has cleverly hidden them under this removable back panel. It's big enough that it can be closed with a dongle or small pen drive attached to one of the USB ports. And what's more, we even have a hollow bottom end for running through any HDMI cables. Now that we are here, let's take a quick look at the port selection. We have a composite AVI port, an Ethernet jack for wired internet, 3 HDMI ports, the first of which is ARC compatible, and finally 2 USB ports, out of which the top one is the faster USB 3 standard. We also have an antenna port in here in case anyone is still using those. Rounding up the connections, we also get Wi-Fi, both 2.4 as well as 5 GHz, and Bluetooth 5.2. Oh, and since this is Android TV 9, we also have Data Saver Plus on here. That means we can control the overall data consumption as well as bandwidth, and even stop some apps from accessing the internet. Coming back to the TV, with the connector panel on, the back of the TV looks great. We have a smooth curve with a carbon fiber finish to it. To the front, the 55-inch screen is surrounded by very thin bezels, and to the bottom we have 2 sturdy metal stands. In fact, the whole 95% screen to body ratio combined with that 6.9mm thin aluminum chassis gives the OnePlus TV U 55-inch a very premium look and feel to it. Now while the looks here might be premium, the price certainly is not. OnePlus has tweeted out that the price of the 55-incher would be less than 50,000. And the other 2 models that we have talked about earlier, well, they're supposed to be priced under 20 and 30,000 rupees respectively. Now, we don't really have any official pricing as of shooting this video, but I'm sure by the time you guys are seeing this, you'd all know what price OnePlus has launched the new U series of smart TVs at. So do tell us down in the comments below what you think of OnePlus's pricing. Of course, it's going to be higher than other players in the market like Xiaomi and View. Both of them have 55-inch 4K UHD TVs under 40,000 rupees. But do all these extra features that OnePlus has packed into their TVs make it worth the extra money? Well, I'm really curious to know what you guys think, so let us know via the comments below. As always, like, share, subscribe and all that. And oh, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for sticking around till the end, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.